So we know the American people are running out of money. Businesses are struggling, and we are about to see a major shift. One of those big shifts is that major retailers are now going to close down. We're going to see major retailers really struggle over the next handful of months, and some of which are set to close here around the election. Now, I'm going to break down what's going on, what we are seeing, but why some experts say this is just the beginning of a major crisis, because we are about to see a massive amount of layoffs. We're going to see large retail stores sit empty, they'll be vacant, and then we could actually see additional crime. So, I'm going to break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. So let me just paint this picture for you. A large retailer shuts down. That large retail location sits empty for a handful of months. People come in, usually homeless people. They come in, they set up a somewhat of a makeshift home, and then we see a lot of violence. See a lot of drug use. We see a lot of illegal activity. Yeah, that's not what experts are predicting here in the near future. That's what we saw during the financial crisis in 2008. We saw a little bit of this during the pandemic when businesses were shut down, and experts believe this is going to happen again. But here's what I want to show you. Big Lots is going to close 315 stores. Now, this is what we know. They are going to close 315 stores all over the U.S. We knew that. We've known that for quite some time. It's not a secret. But here's what we just learned the other day. Big Lots bankruptcy reports send shares tumbling to record lows for Columbus retailer. Yeah, they are possibly headed towards bankruptcy. Big Lots is eventually going to close. That is not a secret, because right now Big Lots was just hoping to restructure, close down some of their stores, look a little bit more profitable, and then they could eventually sell to somebody else. It doesn't look like anybody wants Big Lots. And why would they? Everybody goes to Target, to Walmart, and buys from Amazon. Yeah, Big Lots is going to close. Not just 315 locations, potentially hundreds more. But here's what you may not know. They are not the only ones. Target is also going to close some stores. It says Target closed crime-prone stores, and it appears to have paid off. Why that may result in future retail deserts? Well, it's simple. Target closed crime-prone stores. Walmart has done the same thing. Big Lots, not so much. Other retailers, again, not so much. But now that the report comes out that Target's closures paid off big time, what do you think is going to happen with other retailers that have been going through all these different crime sprees? Yeah, they're going to start to close down as well. And it's not just Target and Walmart and those big retailers. It's some smaller ones as well. We're also going to see this with restaurants. We've seen it before, where McDonald's just wasn't a great location. They shut down and moved 2 or 3 blocks over, just because of the crime that was in that neighborhood. So expect it to happen. And again, every single business wants to be out of those crime-ridden areas. Now, here's what I think a lot of people aren't talking about, though. They aren't talking about why all these major retailers are going to close in 2024 and 2025. Now, a lot of people have been speculating that, once interest rates come down, businesses will start hiring and we will be booming once again. The U.S. economy is actually doing fairly well. The problem is certain people are doing extremely well, others not so much. Now, when I talk to certain people, when I talk to and I communicate with community members here on the channel, a lot of them say the same thing, that we are seeing exactly what you're seeing. However, without money, we can't really do much. We can't take advantage of this cycle that we're in. But again, I bring this up because the cycle that we're in has hit a very tough spot. Look at this. Credit card debt hits record high. This every single month. We are seeing credit card debt go up and up and up. But what do the American people do about it? Well, we keep spending. Not because we want to, because we have to. We don't have another choice. We have to buy food. We have to keep a roof over our head. We have to keep paying that extremely high car payment because we have to get back and forth from work, take the kids to school. We got to do all those things. And so right now, people are feeling the pinch. Well, look at this. Consumers tap credit cards and loans to manage inflation. What I thought was interesting about this article, and a few other articles as well, is that it talks about inflation. But why are we talking about inflation? This is the question that a lot of people ask me is, why is inflation still an issue? Because inflation has come down quite a bit. Well, yes, inflation has come down. We've seen disinflation, where inflation is not going up so quickly. But we're not seeing it deflation, where it actually turns negative and prices become cheaper. And so when this article is talking about using credit cards and loans to manage inflation, I think that's interesting because that's exactly what people are doing. They're using credit cards. The problem is interest rates are still much higher, so you're still paying more. And then as far as loans, again, they're getting loans from their banks, car loans, right? Home loans. They're doing refis, HELOCs, all this stuff to try to manage inflation. But at the same time, they're screwing themselves over every single time. Now, I want to address one thing. And this is something that I've been asked several times. What should we do? Well, here's the thing. Right now, as retail stores start to close, one of the things you're going to start to notice is people are going to be selling just everything they have. I was looking around Facebook the other day, noticed a handful of people selling their cars. And this wasn't like a third, fourth, fifth car that their family had. No. This was either their wife's car or the husband's car. Okay? It was one of the two. They couldn't afford to keep two cars in the family. I kept looking around, saw people were selling their lawnmowers. Well, we're getting close to that time where here in Washington State, it'll get colder. We're not going to see people really mowing their lawns too much. They're just selling their lawnmowers. Just getting rid of them. People are selling their boats, their RVs. Just don't need them. Don't want them. Right? It's a big ticket item that if they can sell, they can use that money to maybe pay off debt. They can use that money to buy food and pay for that car payment. Right? All those things. I've been seeing lately people are trying to sell timeshares that they probably purchased over the past few years. They're trying to sell them for a deep discount. I was looking on, I don't remember the website, but I was looking on a website that they go and sell timeshares. And they're like the middleman. And on this website, I thought it was interesting because they're trying to sell from where they purchased, according to them. They're trying to sell for about 65% off. Big deal. Big discount. But why? They probably don't have any money. They keep on lowering the price. That's what we're going to see. So again, I bring this to your attention because we are about to see some major retailers close here in 2024 and 2025. But the concern that most people should have and don't is what happens at that point when all those workers now have to go work somewhere else. When all those items that were for sale are now no longer for sale. And you're seeing, okay, Big Lots closes, maybe a Target closes in the area. Now it's just Walmart. Now it's just Kroger. Guess what happens to prices? They go up. Because there's now, again, there's more demand for their products because the supply has actually shrunk. So just keep that in mind that right now there's a lot of stuff happening and it will impact every single one of us here in the near future. So I will leave you with that. If you have any questions whatsoever, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. But again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.